Chicago in the early 1920s was a barely contained explosion. Its population of 3 million had doubled in the previous 25 years, and it was on pace to double again before 1950. The boundaries of the city were changing by the month, as its outlying areas filled with new residents and surrounding towns were annexed bit by bit, especially along the booming commuter rail lines. Nearly a third of Chicago residents were European immigrants. Another third had foreign-born parents. Arrivals of the largest groups, Poles, Germans, and Russians, had slowed during World War I, but the new influx of African Americans migrating from the South would soon outnumber them. Racial and ethnic tensions ran high. The summer of 1919 saw bloody confrontations between Irish and blacks. Only a few months later, Prohibition set off the infamous rivalry between the bootlegging Italian and Irish gangs of Al Capone and Bugs Moran. Prostitution and organized crime were rampant, with the police and politicians kept in check through bribery and ethnic solidarity. This was the City of the Big Shoulders, immortalized in Carl Sandburg's biting poetry. Wicked, crooked, brutal, laughing the stormy, husky, brawling laughter of youth. Most reactions to the tensions and rivalries of the city were direct and pragmatic. Immigrant groups created tight ethnic neighborhoods, complete with private banks, schools, insurance societies, and newspapers. Jane Addams had founded Hull House on the near West Side to provide social and educational programs for immigrants and the poor. Civic and business leaders organized a steady stream of blue-ribbon committees and task forces, from the Chicago Vice Commission to the Commission on Race Relations. At the University of Chicago, an ambitious group of sociologists instead saw the city's problems as a unique opportunity. They wanted to nudge their young field away from the humanitarian impulses of social work toward the prestige and influence of science, and they described the city in somewhat contradictory terms both as a place for exploratory fieldwork and as a kind of social laboratory. It was raw nature and controlled experiment at once. They weren't opposed to urban reform or social improvement, but instead of responding to the city's urgent needs, their goal was to understand the deeper patterns. They wanted to discover universal laws of human social organization, and their questions were expansive. How is the city structured? How does it grow? What causes its worst social ills? And why do its problems persist?